Do you ever find yourself wondering if God is really there? Especially in the quiet moments when everything in you feels like it is reaching for something you cannot name. You are not the only one who feels that question rise inside your heart. It shows up at strange times, sometimes when you feel the weight of life pressing in, sometimes when you are surrounded by people but feel strangely alone. There is something about being human that makes you reach for meaning, purpose, and something solid enough to trust. And that reaching matters. It is not random, it is not weak, it is a clue that your soul is awake. You may not talk about these questions out loud, but they sit under the surface of your thoughts. They come up when you pause long enough to feel what is going on inside. They grow stronger when life hits harder than you expected, or when you experience moments or the of beauty, right, that feel too perfect to be accessed. These moments, they pull something deep from within you. They stir a desire that does not seem satisfied by anything temporary. And if God did not exist, your heart would not search for him. Nothing in creation longs for something that is not real. Birds do not crave underwater life. Fish do not dream of flying. Everything longs for what it was designed for. Your longing for God is not evidence of confusion. It is evidence of design. Something in you knows there is more than what you can touch. Your soul seems to remember something your mind is still trying to understand. And when you look around creation, it is hard to escape the sense of intentionality woven into everything. The detail, the symmetry, the way nature holds together with quiet order, the way your body heals, adapts, and responds with complex wisdom, the way your mind can imagine, create, hope, and reason. These are not accidents. They are fingerprints, and they point toward someone who thought all of it up before you ever took your first breath. And then there are moments in life that feel too precise to chalk up to coincidence. Times when you were comforted before you even knew what comfort you needed. Times when peace settled on you in a moment that made no sense. Times when a decision felt guided, even though you could not explain the pull. These things are not subtle, but they matter. They whisper, they hint, they remind you that someone bigger is paying attention to your life in ways that you may not fully recognize. And the truth is that God, he often lets himself be felt before he lets himself be fully understood. And you may not have perfect clarity, but you can sense movement. You can sense meaning. You can sense something that's calling you toward a deeper kind of life. And that is not imagination, that is invitation. Still, the doubt shows up from time to time. It's normal, it's human, and it does not disqualify you from faith. God has never been intimidated by honest questions. In fact, scripture repeatedly shows people wrestling with these same thoughts: fear, doubt, confusion, longing. And God met every single one of them. He did not shame them for asking. He welcomed them. He walked with them. He strengthened them. That means he is not frustrated with your wondering, or for you for wondering. He cares more about the condition of your heart than the perfection of your certainty. He knows you are asking these questions because something deep inside you is awakening, not shutting down. You do not doubt because you are far from God. You doubt because you are reaching for him. And sometimes the real struggle is not the absence of God, but the noise of life that makes it hard to notice him. You can easily crowd your own heart with distractions, pressure, worry, frustrations, deadlines, conversations, screens, decisions, all of this noise. It makes it hard to hear the gentle voice of God, not because he is quiet out of disinterest, but because when he speaks in ways that train you to slow down and pay attention. And if God is real, then his presence is not something you earn by having perfect faith. It is something he freely offers to anyone who is open enough to look for it. And even the act of looking for him is a sign that he is already drawing you. People do not seek what they do not sense. The fact that you are asking the question tells you he is close. Think about this. You can feel love without seeing it. You can trust the wind without touching it. You can sense danger without identifying it. And you can experience peace without knowing where it came from. Not everything real is visible, and not everything true is tangible. You experience invisible realities every day, and God fits into that space more than you realize. You may feel like you need proof, but God rarely starts with proof. He often starts with presence. He works through moments that feel small at first, but grow bigger with time. And he uses conversations, memories, unexpected encouragement, quiet mornings, sunrises, and even questions that tug at your heart when you are not expecting them. His goal is not to overwhelm you. His goal is to draw you. He does not push, he invites. He does not shout, he whispers. He does not demand, he welcomes. Even now, something in you is stirring because he is close enough for you to sense him. So what if you let yourself follow that pull instead of resisting it? What if you let yourself explore the possibility that God is more real than you realized? What if you stopped waiting for perfect clarity, instead embraced honest curiosity? You might find that God has been closer to you than any fear, closer than any doubt, closer than any confusion. Your story is not random. No, your life is not accidental. Your desire for connection, truth, meaning, and hope is not just emotional, it is spiritual. You were made with eternity in your heart. You were shaped with purpose in your DNA. And the fact that you are asking questions about God is evidence that God has been involved in your life long before you even knew it. There's something beautiful about searching for God. It's beautiful. It humbles you. It softens you. It makes you confront your limitations and your longing at the same time. It pulls you out of the smallness of your own world and opens you up to the possibility of something far greater. And in that place, God often meets people most deeply, not in the polished moments, but in the honest moments. Imagine if the God who designed galaxies is not distant from the questions that you are asking. Imagine if the God who formed stars also formed that quiet longing in your soul. Imagine if the God who holds creation together is holding you together right now, even in ways that you do not see. You are not stumbling in the dark. You are being guided. You're being invited. You're being shown that the ache you feel is a sign of something beautiful drawing near. You see, God reveals himself slowly because relationships grow slowly. You do not need to have everything figured out. You just need to stay open. And God has a way of meeting people who are open. And so when you ask the question, does God exist? You're really asking something even deeper. You are asking if there is a love big enough to carry your fears. You are asking if there's a presence strong enough to steady your heart. You are asking if life is more than what you can see. You're asking if someone can hold your story together. And those questions matter because they come from the part of you that was created for God. So let yourself wrestle. Let yourself wonder. Let yourself listen. God does not hide from the heart that genuinely seeks him. He draws near to those who draw near to him. And he is closer to you than your doubts want you to believe. God sees your searching, your questions, and your longing, and he meets you with patience, kindness, and invitation. You are not chasing a distant God. You are responding to a God who is already drawing near to you. So what is one quiet moment this week, today, where you can slow down enough to let God speak to your searching heart? What is one area? What is one moment? What is one place where you can slow down and let God speak to your searching heart and you can listen?